This question was asked by one of my students. So we need to solve this problem by completing the square. So the very first thing I want you to make sure that only only the variables must be on the left hand side. So that means x, this 8, you must get rid of. That means we're going to put -8 on both sides. So this is gone. So what we got right now, 6x square minus 7x equals to -8. So far so good. So the next thing what we want to do is we want to make sure that our leading coefficient, right now the leading coefficient is 6, it must be 1. So whatever the leading coefficient, you must divide all the way by that number, by 6. Always divide by 6. So in order to get 1, so we're going to divide it by 6. We're going to divide by 6. So 6 over 6 equal to 1x squared. So make sure we must always have a 1 as a leading coefficient. Minus 7 over 6x equals to -8 over 6 could be reduced to 4/3 with a negative sign. So the next thing what we want to do is I want you to look at this number only, the coefficient of x. Don't worry about the negative sign. Only I'm looking at 7 over 6. I want you to put 7 over 6 on this side. Whatever this number that I circled this thing, you must divide it by 2. Isn't it 2 could be written as 2 over 1? Then what we're gonna do next? So I want you to go ahead and 7 over 6, and whatever this division sign, we wanna convert into multiplication. So when you convert this one into multiplication, then this, you have to flip this one over. So that becomes reciprocal, 1 over 2. So that's pretty much is going to give you what? 7 over what? 12. So whatever number you got, 7 over 12, now you must square this thing. So this is the number that we're going to add on both sides. So always make sure this is the number that we're gonna add on both sides. So let's go ahead and put it down this thing. I'm gonna put down x squared minus 7 over 6x plus and -4 over 3 plus this number we're gonna add, which is 7 over 12 square and 7 over 12 square. All right, so if you look at on the left hand side, this thing represents what? It is a complete square of what? X on this side, and on this side it is what? 7 over 12 square. Now you might be wondering what sign is going to be in between them. Whatever this sign is, you have to put it right up here. Equals to, that's gonna be what? -4 over 3 plus 7 over 12 square equals to what? 49 over what? 144. Now what we're gonna do next is I want you to go ahead and simplify these two fractions. How are you gonna simplify these things? Let me go ahead and show you an easy way. -4 over 3 plus 49 over 144, isn't it? So what we're going to do now is, let me show you an easy way. I want you to do the cross multiplication. You cross multiply this way and you cross multiply this way, and you're going to get your answer. So -4 times 144 is going to give you what? -5/6. 76, isn't it? And then whatever sign, this plus sign, I want you to leave this sign over here. 49 times 3 is what? 147 divided by, I want you to multiply these bottom numbers, the denominators. So that's going to give you how much? 432. Once you simplify on the top, that's going to give you what? Negative 429 over what? 432. Piece of cake, isn't it? So we're going to put down this thing over here, negative 429 divided by 400 and what? 32. And on the left hand side we still have x minus 7 over 12 square. All right, so far so good. So the next thing what we're going to do is we want to get rid of this square. How you can undo this square? By taking a square root. So I'm going to take the square root on both sides. So what happened? This square and square root, they undo each other. We are left with simply x minus 7 over what? 12 equals to, watch out over here, so we have to be careful. So this is going to be with the positive and negative sign, and I'm going to split these fractions like this way. Negative 429 on the side, on the top, with the radical sign, divided by square root of 432. So keep in your mind one more thing. I just want to tell you that we have a negative sign inside this square root. So whenever you have a negative sign, we always convert into an imaginary number. So I is an imaginary number that is equivalent to what? You know that thing, square root of negative 1. So I'm gonna just simply put it down to what? Equals to how much? So that's positive or negative. So that's gonna give you I times what? Square root of 429 divided by square root of what? 432. So far so good. So let's go ahead and take care of one more thing. Okay, positive or negative I still there. I'm gonna put down, I'm gonna do a little bit, simplify this thing. 429 could be written as what? 3 times what? 143, isn't it? So 3 times 143 divided by 432 could be written as 3 times 144, isn't it? And still again on the left hand side we have x minus 7 over what? 12. So we are pretty much, we are done now. We just want to just simplify a little bit more. Positive or negative I. Let's split them up. I'm going to split them up, these radicals, like this one. 143 divided by square root of 3 times square root of 144, isn't it? So what happens right now? This square root 3 and this square root 3, they are gone, isn't it? So we are pretty much done. Okay, positive or negative I times square root of 143 divided by, we know that this is a complete square, 144 square root equals to 12. So that is equal to x minus 7 over 12. So what we're going to do is, I want you to go ahead and add what? 7 over 12. I want you to, just because I want to get rid of this thing, I want to move that thing, and I want you to add 7 over 12 on this side. So what happened? This is gone. So what we got? X equals to 7 over 12 positive or negative I times square root of 143 over what? 12. This is your solution. Or you can just simply, if you want to split them up along these positive and negative signs. You can do so as well. So I can put down what is x equal to 7 over 12 plus first I square root of 143 divided by 12, and the second solution is x equal to 7 over 12 minus I times square root of 143 divided by 12. So these are our two solutions. Do you see that thing? And by the way, these are our solution, these are our answer. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.